Greetings, beloved. Hey, it's Dr. Amanda Noelle, Twin Flame Alchemist here, and I'm going to share my story of how I was the Twin Flame runner and how I got through it, what it was like. And I know some of you are runners, some of you are chasers, and I know I've actually been on both sides of it. In fact, I was on both sides of it in the relationship that is my twin flame union that I've been in for 6 years. This is what it was like as the runner, and I do have other videos talking about when I was the chaser. But at the beginning, it felt like all I wanted to do was run for my twin flame. We met, we had a really beautiful spark and connection, but the whole time I was just halfway in. I was like no and yes at the same time, which I think was really confusing. And every man likes a challenge. I think everybody likes a challenge on some levels. So our relationship developed over a course of a couple of weeks. We started to actually get really intense. We went to Burning Man together. We went and moved in. Actually, I moved to San Diego and he came with me and set up my place and just ended up staying. Now, I actually was cruel. I was harsh. I was insensitive to my beloved. And it's really humbling to share this now because you never want to share with the world that you were kind of a bitch, you know? And so at the time, I had the perfect excuse. He's 9 years younger. He doesn't have the financial stability that I need because I'd already created my own successful business and I already had reached a certain level of lifestyle. I had a beach house in San Diego right on the ocean, and it had a hot tub and 3 bedrooms, and it was just like, why do I want to bring in this young 25-year-old man who doesn't have his business created? He was working at an engineer job, had just left his business, went back to the engineer job, and I was pushing him away. Now, you might think I'm a terrible person, and at the time there was part of me that felt that way. But then I looked back, I kind of pulled back from the scene, like looking at a painting, and I realized, wow, I'm doing the same thing that other men had done to me, especially my twin flame counterfeit, what people call the false twin flame. I had met someone 5 years prior who matched the bill of all of the twin flame signs and synchronicities, and it felt like there was this like intense magnetism for us to be together. But what happened is I ended up so horrifically heartbroken. I was also financially broke because we were going to move in together. I didn't have a stable job at the time, and we got in a really difficult situation financially together, and he pulled out and I was left without a plan. And a man, ladies, is not a plan, as they say. But I was left completely humiliated and in pain, and all of my childhood wounds were coming up, especially around abandonment and my brother saying, I don't want to play with you, I don't want to be with you, your girls have cooties, and all the things that had come up from like age 0 to 8. That's where most of our early childhood memories get really activated. Our subconscious mind gets really foundationally developed from age 0 to, some say 7, some say 8. And so my darkest stuff was coming up with that particular relationship, but I healed it, I worked on it on myself. But guess what? When I met my true twin flame, all of the stuff came out to the light. And so I had this partner, this man that wanted to be with me, that was there. He said he wanted to honor, serve, protect, be with me, spend our life together. He believed we were twin flames. And I was like, whew, that really scares the crap out of me. You are not what I made my order to the universe. I said, bring in my twin flame now. And then this like 25-year-old man comes in, and I was 34, and he didn't have the plan, you know, that I had on my little list. And so I realized that by pushing him away, I was really hurting him. And what I was doing is I was actually masochistically hurting him. I could feel it. Like, it wasn't just like, no, I don't want to be with you. It was like, no, you're not good enough. You don't belong in my life. I am better than you. La la la, all this ego. And I realized, oh my gosh, I was doing to him what the men in my life had done to me when they had broken my heart. And I was breaking Jack's heart And the way that I really felt that he was my twin flame is I could feel his heart breaking so deeply. And I was willing to go there and really feel it and hold space. And I felt like I wanted to be there to help him heal his heart. It felt very weird. I was like, you have pain and I want to solve it with you, even though I'm the source of the pain. And the more time I spent with him, helping him heal his heart, it was healing my heart too. And it started to feel really good. And it was like we almost had like this healing project together. And so we would spend days together back to back. We moved in, we were like, well, if we're going to break up anyways, let's just enjoy this staycation together. And we started to become best friends. We started to just love up on each other on the deepest level we had ever felt. And I still kept on trying to push him away and run because all my ego was coming up. And what if I gave my power to him? What if I give my power to a man? He's only 25 and he's just like a total idiot. And then we have to break up and I want to have children. And so all the stories were there, but we would take one step at a time and things just kept on leading to this higher path. And we felt this higher consciousness, this spiritual energy that felt really good and sweet and healing. It was like our union was a healing elixir at the same time that the drama would come up for both of us. So from there, wanting to run, Jack and I started to say, well, maybe we are meant to be together. Like maybe this is really weird, but I'm not going to judge weirdness. Spirit can be very strange sometimes. So I said, hey, Jack, since we're basically kind of living together, why don't you just move in and we could play with just, like, why don't you get a job? And we started to see each other really grow. Jack got a high-paying job and I felt like he was more of a man. He started to work out at the gym and it was like all the little things that I said, oh, you're not good enough for this and that. It was like, wow, I'm really attracted to him. He's got his stuff together. And then I started feeling like, oh my God, I don't have my stuff together. My business started to get really wobbly because when I opened my heart and poured my love into it, then I pulled back from my business. And so one day Jack comes home from his job and he said, oh my gosh, I got let go of at this company. And I felt the same way he felt, that it was a divine message from the universe that we were meant to actually work together. And I was like, well, why don't you just try it out? Why don't you come support me? Because my business is going like this. You have a lot of business skills. You're an engineer, you're a techie. And so he helped with all these really challenging areas in my business where I would have just like jumped overboard and just been like, I give up, I can't do this. And he was like the captain, the sailor, and he was like, all right, what do you want? Where do you want me to go, baby? Like, where's the ship going? And I was like, over here. So he was ultimately, I want to say I did have a little bit of the damsel in distress, but it wasn't because I hadn't taken care of my grown-up adult stuff. I had done that actually years before I met Jack. I did all this heavy grounding work. It was really painful. I was terrified of launching a business. I had a soul purpose that was so big. It was calling me and I was like, but I don't know how to make money off of it. I don't want to go back to my soul-sucking day job. I don't want to go back to my fun job was doing aesthetics. Sometimes I'd have to do bikini waxes and it wasn't what I wanted to do. And so I was like, oh, I feel like the universe is telling me to stay in this union, because there's so much love and there's so much freedom, and also our soul purposes are matching up. I did have my soul purpose already grounded. And for those of you spiritual women who are feeling called to work as light workers, to give your gifts out in the world, and you know that you don't belong in that corporate desk job or working for someone that doesn't have the spiritual path that you have, then I would love to share with you exactly how to enroll clients into your business in a blissful way, in a feminine way, so that you can quit the desk job and pursue your passions fully, so that you can ground your root chakra at your twin flame energy. Your finances will not keep you trapped. If you have finances that are aligning with someone else's purpose, that's not a twin flame energy. We want our twin flame chakras to align our root chakra grounded with our higher purpose, coming together at the heart. Well, that is exactly why Jack and I came together. Is our hearts were open so wide. There was pain that had cleared out. We came together and it just felt so natural to pursue our purposes together. So we have clients from around the world who have found their twin flame and they share a soul purpose. They either share a business, they share a project, they share a child, they share the same passions and ultimately life's mission together. And that's why I have a complimentary 75-minute masterclass called The 6 Steps to Enrolling High-End Clients the Feminine Way. I'm gonna lay out the roadmap to creating cash flow right away in your blissness, the fastest and most pleasurable way possible, so that you can align with your soulmate clients, your soul family, cut the connections with the corporate family that does not feel good to you, that isn't where you want to spend your time and your energy, so you can be living in your twin flame reality, your twin flame life. Click the link in the description box. Ultimately, the universe is the guide. Our higher self is the same higher self as our twin flame. And when we really tap into that spiritual place and come into our heart spaces, we make the decision not just from the mind, but from all of ourselves. And we let our twin flame make that decision as well as the sovereign soul that they are. Then we can come together into union. Of course, when we are twin flame runners, I seriously believe that either we will be in a twin flame chaser situation with our twin flame at some point, or we have been through a runner chaser with somebody else. We need to be on both sides, is what I was saying. We need to be a runner, we need to be a chaser, we need to be run from, and we need to be the one running after, so that we can complete the cycle of compassion and understanding. So if you're in a runner chaser situation and it's difficult, it's okay. Take the time in your twin flame separation phase to heal yourself, and women especially, ground your root chakras at bliss. Learn how to create your money in your pleasure. Learn how to activate your sacral chakra, your orgasmic space without a man. Connect the two, make your money from holy matrimony, your 7-figure orgasm, as I like to call it, and find a way to connect all of your passions and turn it into a 6 or 7-figure blissness is the approach that I took, and that worked for me. I'm so glad I'm not back at that soul-sucking day job that would have drained me of my twin flame life purpose energy, that would have stopped me from being with Jack. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a quick thumbs up, and I hope to see you at the masterclass. Namaste, namaste.